Hello and welcome to this week's YouTube video. Do you find painting light difficult and struggle to get that warm sunny effect? The trick is to paint the light and not the object. So in today's video, I'm going to give you some simple tips to help solve this problem and use this recent cat commission of Bruce to help illustrate the points I'm making. So let's get straight into the video and I'll talk about what I'm doing as I go along. The most important thing to get right in a painting that has a strong light source are your values, your temperatures, and using the correct paint. Number 1, correct values. If I turn this painting into black and white, you will see most of the values are grouped together in the darker value range. Remember, every colour sits somewhere on this scale, and in order to check our values are correct, it will be necessary to squint at your painting and reference photos side by side. This will help you see any areas where you are obviously out. Where we are dealing with a reference photo where the object is situated in a room, we have the additional problem of ambient light. Ambient light in a painting refers to the diffused indirect light that bounces around in a scene, illuminating objects and contributing to the overall mood. The light source coming straight across, that is our direct light. The shadows cast on our soft furnishings is our ambient light. The next problem I have is that my colour hues are largely shades of brown, so I have similar values and similar colours. Therefore, getting my temperatures correct is really important. Number 2, correct temperatures. Let's look at my palette. I am using cadmium yellow light, yellow ochre light, transparent yellow oxide, cadmium red, alizarin crimson, transparent red oxide, ultramarine deep, and titanium zinc white. I've also mixed up a few other colours. These are a black red and a black green. These two mixed together gives me my rich black, a purple and 2 oranges. I will be mixing my browns and using the colour combination of orange and blue and red and green. I also use yellow and purple too. Remember, mixing opposite colours together will give you a brown. Here, orange, red and yellow are my warm pairings. Blue, purple and green are my cool pairings. By focusing on using opposite colours, I am simplifying my palette. If I see a warm brown, I know it's either going to be orange, red or yellow. If I see a cooler brown, I know it's either going to be blue, purple or green. Remember, green and purple are warmer than blue because they sit here on the colour wheel, and I can either mix up a warmer green-purple with more yellow or red, or add more blue for a cooler colour. Green and purple are transitionary colours because they can be both warm and cool. Let's have a look at my colour mixing in a bit more detail. There is a number of combinations I use to make my browns. These are a mixture of this purple plus my yellow ochre light, or my purple plus transparent yellow oxide. This then gives me a good brown base that I can adjust if I want. To push it warmer, I add this orange or this black red. Depending upon which colours I choose, depends on how the value of my mix is affected. Transparent colours do not affect the value of my mixes as much as my more opaque colours. I have used these mixes a lot in my cat's fur and also in the background. Bear in mind, if I add white to any of my brown mixes, it will instantly cool it down because white is a cool colour. The second brown mix I use is this orange plus my ultramarine deep. This will give me a much more saturated, warmer brown, which was great for painting this sofa area. The third mix I used was a green mixed from cadmium yellow light plus ultramarine. I then mixed this with a red made from alizarin crimson plus transparent red oxide. This gives me those lovely green-red areas that you can see here and here. I slightly adjust this mix for my lighter areas using the same green plus this orange here plus white. This combination will give me all the variations I need to paint this lighter area. It's very important that you have a balance of warm and cool temperatures on your painting. If your painting looks muddy, you have too many warm temperatures. If it looks chalky, you have too many cool temperatures. Use your colour opposites to help you stick to a balanced painting. Number 3. How you lay your paint and using the right paint is important. Transparent colours are really great for painting light. They give you luminous, clean colour because the transparency of the paint does not obscure the colour underneath. I have a yellow, 2 reds and a blue that are all transparent. If you are unsure of the opacity on your paint, you can check this out online. Any online store that stocks the brand you use details the transparency qualities beside the colour. If you want to know more about transparent paint, have a look at this video on my channel. Notice I have a light yellow wash of transparent yellow oxide plus a small amount of ultramarine on my canvas. Because I am working with so many transparent colours, the warmth of this wash comes through and gives my painting that overall sense of sunlight. To make this sort of painting look convincing, you are better off working alla prima. Make sure there is enough paint on your canvas and then pull areas into each other. For example, these areas added in the background was over the top of wet paint. The wet paint enables me to pull it about. I use a flat brush to get this effect. When dealing with areas that are hit directly by the sunlight, such as the side of the face and the back, there is a simple way to paint this. Do not just add white because it won't work. Firstly, I cover the area in a thin layer of yellow ochre light. I then add a generous amount of white to cadmium yellow light and lay this over the top. Finally, I add white. Remember to apply the fat over lean rule, so each layer will be slightly thicker than the last, and do this alla prima. I use a flat brush to apply it. You will find that the white paint slightly pulls up the yellow paint below, but that's okay because it will give the illusion of warm light, especially if you leave visible yellow around the edges of the area. To recap then, when trying to paint bright light, make sure you get your values correct. Squint to help you. Remember, the opacity and colour of your paint will affect the value of your mixes. Understand the difference between direct light and ambient light. Make sure you have warm and cool temperatures in your painting. Use colour opposites to help you. Try using transparent paint to help give your painting luminosity. Think about how you lay your paint. Try and work alla prima if you can. For areas in direct sunlight, don't just add white, as it is a cool colour and will not give you the warmth you are after. I hope you have enjoyed today's video and found it useful. Please like and subscribe if you can, and check out my website sarahhallidayart.com, where you will find examples of my work and also details of online classes that I run. Thank you for watching and see you for the next one.